That was really insightful. And believe it or not, we have another Monica with us, Monica Chawla. Monica Chawla is a leader in creativity in education, inspiring creative ways of teaching and redesigning pedagogies is her passion. As principal of St. Joseph School, Chandigarh, she heads a team of more than 150 teachers. She's a source of inspiration, devising new methods not only of teaching, but of celebrating events, creating values of empathy, and sharing and reaching out to the less fortunate. She is much awarded and has been a resource person for teaching pedagogies at various fora. Over to you, Monica, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot for giving us this opportunity to come on this platform. It was really a great honor, sir. And thanks to all the panelists. I would appreciate what all insights you have given, and it was a great learning for me as well. So really grateful to you. And now I would like to share my screen. Would like to say a few lines because my topic is creating mind. So I hope you all know that, whenever something is given a beautiful cover, it touches the heart deeper. So, somebody asked a teacher, what do you do? And the answer was in Hindi, and I'm going to speak those few lines. सुंदर सुर सजाने के साज बनाता हूँ, सुंदर सुर सजाने के साज बनाता हूँ, नौसिखिए परिंदों को बाज बनाता हूँ, चुपचाप सुनता हूँ शिकायतें सबकी, चुपचाप सुनता हूँ शिकायतें सबकी, फिर दुनिया को बदलने के रिवाज बनाता हूँ। बनाए चाहे चांद पे कोई बुर्जे खलीफा, बनाए चाहे चांद पे कोई बुर्जे खलीफा, अरे मैं तो कच्ची ईंटों से ही ताज बनाता हूँ। नजूमी जोत छी छोड़ दो तारों को तकना तुम, नजूमी जोत छी छोड़ दो तारों को तकना तुम, क्योंकि है जो आने वाला कल उसे मैं आज बनाता हूँ, उसे मैं आज बनाता हूँ. So that is in high appreciation of all the teachers, all the teaching fraternity over here. And I strongly believe that the one who has written these lines, so that is a creating mind, and it really highlights the role of teachers. And I would like to speak for Michael sir in English, that it speaks about the importance of educators. They can find solutions to any problem in this world, and they can change the very perspective, and they have phenomenal energy and capacities, and they can really give a new shape to the world around. So that is what it meant, sir. So starting with my presentation, how to nurture creating minds at school. So I would just like to go for the slideshow. Enabling environments which mobilizes focus, attention, curiosity, and energy of children. So that makes FACE, F-A-C-E. So enabling environments, if provided in a school that is using creativity around us, we can really mobilize the focus of the students, the attention of the students, the curiosity and the energy. And this is what Sir Howard Gardner believes in. Moving to the next. This talks about goal of education. The goal of education is to help the people use minds better. And when they use minds better, of course, they'll develop all these 5 kinds of minds better. So like a farmer sowing seeds, someone creates conditions for children to grow as a creative thinker. Because a farmer is sowing a seed, he'll take care of the needs of that seed, how it can grow better. Similarly, we teachers can also, create an environment, create conditions which can help the growth or development of creating mind. Assessing and rewarding creativity is an amazing method of developing the creating mind. If we are ignoring small creativities, that means we are snubbing them. We are not letting them sprout. So we need to allow them to sprout. So we have to ensure that we are assessing every creative act of the child, and we are also rewarding them from time to time. So what are the 3 to-dos for us, for all educators? We need to have open-ended questions. Let's not have rigid answered questions or close-ended questions where there is just one answer to a question. So when Sir Howard Gardner was asked that what is the best way of, developing these creating minds, he said, I know how we can stop it by proving a child wrong, that this answer is not right. It is not as per what I dictated in the class. So that is how we can stop the creativity. Rest all the ways are going to help promote creativity. Allowing some mistakes. Let's give room for mistakes. They are children. They are going to try different methods. If we try to be very strict with them, I think they'll not try the methods. So we need to allow mistakes. And sensible risk taking is also a very good method of ensuring. Then here, Sir has given in through his book a very good exposure of a fact that there is a big C creativity and there is a small c creativity. And big C creativity is the one which is acknowledged by the world and has been crowned by fame. And small c creativity is one which is happening in our classes. So where, the children, they are able to solve their daily problems. So that is a small c, which is growing in our classrooms. And when they try to learn ways of improvising their performance by, using mind maps or some other method where they can understand better, they can reproduce better, then they monitor their performance and they make small adjustments. So this is also a way of developing their creating mind. Then devise and demonstrate an ingenious work around. So when they are trying to find out solutions to the problems existing around, that's also a wonderful method. And then we come to thinking of creative solutions becomes a habit of mind, and then it becomes a personality trait. So this is what we need to remember. And ma'am, here even I was very impressed, though it was in the category of respecting mind and ethical mind. The northern province of Italy, that is Reggio Emilia, and I would request all the educators to please search through the Reggio Emilia approach of pre-primary and primary education. That is eye-opening concept. These are the pics of the raw material they use in their classrooms, and it's quite inspiring. You feel like, flying direct to these classes and, bring your children and do wonders. So creating minds enable us crafting miracles. They help us celebrating different kinds of minds. They give us courage for mistakes, and they create magic. And above all, they also help us. Just a minute. They also help us carving out marvels. So that's very important for us to ensure that we are trying to create minds which are helping us to do so much of magic in our classrooms and creating so many marvels. So now coming to another view for all the participants, that this is the kind of infra they use when they are teaching their children in the classrooms. So it's very inspiring, quite attractive, and they believe that environment is the third teacher, and they believe that teachers are the co-researchers with the children, and they believe in projects, in research, and in observations and anecdotes. So coming to creative ideas which we can use in our classrooms, I believe you all will agree that for every educator, the biggest problem is discipline. So I'm just going to talk a little about discipline here. So whenever I try to, talk to educators, they say, how can we control the discipline? How can we improve the classroom management? So here is a method. We can develop a currency in our class. We can name it discipline dollar or any other name we can give. And let the children come up with their wish list. What do they want? When they are asked, we can ask our children to give 5 wish lists, what they would love to do within the boundaries of the school, what privileges they would like to enjoy. They would like to sit next to their friend for the whole day. They would like to, have a lunch with their teacher. They would like to interview their director, or they would like to have an extra PT period or exemption from the homework. Many wishes they'll have. So let us ask them to prepare a wish list, and then let us add some value to each wish list. Maybe, sitting with your friend, you need to earn $4, 4 discipline dollars. And trying to, get a call made to your parents for, appreciating you, you need to earn 6 discipline dollars. So the child would love to earn those dollars and would definitely obey the teachers. And this is something which will help them develop their mathematical skills. And, they'll learn empathy, they'll learn transformation, they'll learn how to groom their personality and be a better individual, and how to be good in the eyes of the teachers and all the elders. So it's something which is quite exciting for them, and it really works wonders. So reward list, a teacher can always shortlist as per her priority, and she can get these discipline dollars laminated and can start circulating it in the class. This is something which is quite effective. Coming to Green Campus Anthem. Now here is a story. Most of the times the schools are sent lot many circulars from different departments, to do this and that in the school campus. So there was another circular from the environment department which demanded some to-dos to be done by all the schools and activities by the students and certain infra requirements and certain Swachhata campaigns. So when I received this circular, instead of passing it to, the teacher, first I thought, let me give it to, Eco Club in charge, and then we'll sit together and have a meeting and discuss the points. Then I thought, let us try something different. So I wrote an anthem out of all the guidelines it carried. Then I called my music teacher and told her to compose it, to give it a good tune so that children can enjoy singing it. So she brought 2 tunes and we selected the best one, and the children were made to sing this, and now it has become a green campus anthem of the school. So that is an innovative way of using the guidelines so that the students understand the deeper meaning and they try to memorize it. And now anybody if visits our school, I think children will be able to sing this green anthem and tell them why our school is called a green campus school. Green campus, we have a green campus program and there are a lot many things done under it. Now here comes 3C program. This program was initiated by the school thinking about how to reduce the weight of the bags and how we can introduce the same concept in a better way or effective manner. So we thought, let us start creatively crafted curriculum where teachers have to teach the students for 10 days without books and notebooks, without blackboard. So the teachers were quite enthusiastic about it. They were given 1 month's time to plan the curriculum for those 10 days. And they came out with wonderful activities and a lot of worksheets to, as takeaways, not in the school. And they had thought of lot of they had gathered lot of teaching aids. They had gathered lot of good videos to show them, but there was no reading and writing at all. So when the program concluded, we took the feedback from the parents and the parents said, children were full of energy when they were coming back. They were ready to share about every subject because they were more involved, they were more engaged. There was no passive audience. It was all active audience in the class and they were understanding what was being delivered. And when we asked the students, of course, they would enjoy without books and copies. And about the teachers, they were more than happy because they felt we are empowered now and we can stand on stage and speak volumes about our subject and tell methods and share with other educators how we can teach without books and bag. So this was creatively crafted curriculum. We started whenever the school reopens after a long break, this program is introduced for 10 days. Barter for benevolence. I hope all the schools must be having a lot of books, specimens of the publishers, and at the end of the year we just try to get it picked up, or at times we tell somebody if you want some books you can. What we thought, let us streamline the process and do it in a manner where we are able to meet a bigger target or meet a bigger goal. So we thought that we'll align the books class wise and subject wise, open it for the teachers, for the students and parents, and let them come and buy the books they want only for ₹10 each book. And the amount which is collected thereafter will be spent on charity, on philanthropism. So the same teachers and students who have bought the maximum books are sent with the toiletries, with the stuff which is required by the people living in the underprivileged section or rural areas or suburbs. So they were sent in the bus to distribute all the toiletries and the important equipment, first aid equipment at times planters, whatever they require. So we have already adopted certain areas where regularly we are visiting to meet their requirements. So this way, Barter for Benevolence was a program where we exchanged kindness. We gave the books to the right hands. The people who wanted to really use it, it went to the right hand. And the money which came also gave the material to the right hands, the ones who were actually requiring it. So this was spreading the message. Now, at times, when we meet educators, they say that, the toughest part is the parents do not take any interest. They feel we have already paid the fee. The school has the responsibility of teaching our child. So we need to take them into the loop. We need to tell them, dear parents, if your child transforms and manages to get the Star Gold badge, you will be honored in the annual program. Under this program, every year we are honoring around 75 to 80 parents, and this has really worked well. So the students, when they show little improvements in the classroom, in the behavior, they are given appreciation cards. And after every 3 appreciation cards, they are given a star badge. So they start with a bronze badge. After adding 3 more appreciation cards, they come to silver badge. And then another 3 appreciation cards means gold badge. And here comes the chance for the parents to be invited and honored. So this is something which has really improved the involvement and engagement of the parents in our school. And we have seen tremendous improvement in the behavior. And the best part is, in the PTMs, parents are more excited to know whether my child is improving. He deserves more appreciation cards. When are you going to give the next one? So that is something which has given way to partnership in the process of learning between parent and the child. Now, most important problem in most of the schools is the student is very weak. He's not as per the level of the class, what to do, how to do, whatever we may do, parents are not satisfied. So there is a better way of doing it. We have coined a formula. This is an acronym, peer fit, where the child who's not performing well, This formula has to be applied by all the educators, which will help them to ensure that they are going the right path and their goal is achieved. And this P stands for parent intimation, where we need to inform the parent that the learning levels are low, but we are working on it and we need your cooperation, and this is the program we are starting. And E stands for encouraging the child. Any effort has to start by encouraging the child that you and me stand together, I am there with you, and we have this goal and target to achieve, and we will surely achieve it together. The next E stands for efforts to be consistent. We cannot make an effort for a month and say, oh, it's not working, let me leave it, let me not waste my energy here. We need to be consistent in our efforts. R is for record keeping. Whatever effort teacher is doing, whether it's worksheets, video sharing, counseling, motivation, acknowledgement, incentives, she has to maintain a record of the same, so that at any point, if it is required to refer for reference, we can always use that. Then comes F, that is follow up. When a teacher is giving extra efforts or trying to work on a weak child, she has to take the regular follow-up from the parents, from the siblings, from the other teachers, as well as coordinator and counselor, that whether the child is not feeling overburdened or he is not stressed out because of the extra work which I am giving to cover the gap. So the follow-up will really help the teacher to know whether she is on the right track or not. I stands for identifying the improvements and acknowledging them by some incentives. So if a teacher has identified a small improvement, suppose the child was at 2 on 10 and he has got 4 on 10, a teacher need to pat his back and say, well done beta, we will surely achieve higher. This was the first step. I am sure you are going to reach the next step fast. So that is what is important. And then comes T. T stands for technique upgradation. So it's not technology. Teacher needs to revise her techniques. She needs to upgrade herself as an educator. She needs to read more magazines, more Mentor magazine, Teacher magazine, Progressive School magazine, the magazines which are giving you new methods, new ways which are working in other parts of the country. Educators are sharing. Let us try to learn from them. Let us upgrade our techniques by sharing with our staff members, in the staff rooms. And this is how we can make PFIT a successful program. Last, teaching beyond school walls. Teachers Day, what do we think of? Immediately we think of, we'll have a party, we'll have a felicitation ceremony, we'll enjoy, students will entertain us, they will try to do something special for us. But if we think of going beyond the school boundaries on that day with the program of teaching the organizations with some special skills where we have not ever visited, or even if we have visited, let's go with the aim of teaching there. So this is what was proposed to the teachers, that let us go to blind school on Teachers Day, Snehalay, Mother Teresa home, Sorum and old age home. And let us do all these activities over there with them so that we teach them something. Maybe it is do it yourself, maybe rangoli making, storytelling, and comedian act or anything like. So that is something which was quite exciting for the teachers, and they volunteered themselves. The credit goes to the staff members who were so very excited that they nominated their names very generously. And this program really worked well. They went with the students to these organizations to mark the Teachers' Day. And thereafter, it has become a tradition of the school. Every Teachers' Day, we try to visit these organizations with some new techniques and new teachings. And that, needless to say, they come back with a lot of learnings. So here are some beautiful, how creativity can change the shape of your class. You can always have some discussion cards on bullying, on examination stress, on anxiety, on peer pressure, on drug abuse, and let these cards be discussed very often so that children can learn more about it from each other, and teacher can always be a moderator and she can keep enhancing their knowledge. There can be some positive affirmation bracelets also made for the students, which can remind them that the teacher is thinking for them. She wants the child to be kind. She wants the child to be more disciplined. She wants the child to be more confident. And good bookmarks can be given as a source of motivation. Then comes flip sticks. These sticks, usually what we do, we write the names or the roll numbers on the sticks and we tell that, okay, today roll number 5 will come here and share about, what he has heard in the news yesterday, or how he can elaborate upon the lesson we did yesterday. And then that same roll number comes the next day. So why don't we color it half different colors and let us turn it around. If the 4th roll number has said today, let's turn it upside down so that the green color comes on the top, and I know I have to pick every time the pink side of the stick. So this way creativity can be added in the classrooms. We can tell them to make a consequence chart for their class. If they do this behavior, what should be the consequences of the same? How they can give their repairing action slip to the child whom they have hurt. through words or through action or through intention. So they can write, we can make such sheets which are my repairing action sheets, where the child will write the name to whom he is giving, what he is reminding, what repairing action he has done, and what he has learned from this. So the consequences chart can also be prepared with the help of students only. Let us make them bucket fillers. Let them fill compliments, sharing, caring, smiles, and happiness in the buckets of every child present in the class. Let us give them some good brain breaks, and we can also give them some stop cards when they are doing something wrong. Please stop what you are doing and make a better choice. A teacher doesn't have to speak about it in front of the class. She may just, while going out, call the child out and give a stop card to the child that, beta, don't do this again. Kindly make a better choice. So STEM bins, Aditya sir is very expert in this. These STEM bin corners can be created in the classes where they can always, the students who are completing their work early finishers, morning work, literacy centers, student incentives. If the child has done something good and has achieved the target, you can send as an incentive to the STEM corner so that he can work over there on some creative project. Maker spaces. So these are the ways in which we can use the STEM bins in the classes, which is again a very creative method of utilizing the students' time. So I would like to thank you all for your patient listening, and would like to say that 3I is what we have to step forward with. I for intent, I for implement, and I for impact. If we have good intentions and we implement it effectively, nobody can stop us from having an impact in our classrooms. And creating mind is waiting for us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aditya sir.